Keep going.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So my name is Sari, as you guys know, and I'm here today because I have a nutrition background. I'm working to become a dietitian, and you guys have a background in alcohol, being Project True, hopefully. So what I wanted to do is kind of connect the two topics and maybe teach you guys something about nutrition and alcohol so that you guys can use that background knowledge to, when you guys present to the community and to your peers about alcohol and other drugs. So the objectives of today's presentation, we're going to be discussing the nutritional value of alcohol and how alcohol is digested in the body, illustrate the serving sizes of the different alcoholic beverages and what the recommendation is for their intake. And then we're going to examine the short-term and the long-term effects of alcohol consumption on human health. So before we get started, I kind of want to warm up with you guys, and I want to ask you guys first, kind of what do you guys already know about nutrition and alcohol? Anything? I mean, or it can just be about alcohol in general. Yeah.
I don't know if you drink too much of it, you could ruin your kidney or kidneys. Yeah.
Alcohol can affect almost every organ we have. So yeah. Anybody else? Anything? It can kill you. Yep, it can kill you. Anything else? Okay. So also, I think we should do a little warm-up activity. So what I have is these little cards. You guys are all going to get a card, and on the card is going to be either an alcoholic beverage or a food. So what you guys are going to have to do is get in line from lowest calorie of what's on your card to highest calorie. So we're going to be talking a little bit about calories between comparing alcoholic beverages to different foods. But the goal is to do it without talking. Okay? So let's mix these up. So I thought everybody would be here today, so I have a little bit extra cards. So some of you might get two. Sure. That's okay. Doesn't matter. And then get one. Or actually, you want to give one to Aaron? To Aaron? Yeah. Okay. So, without talking, looking at everybody's cards together, let's get in a line from lowest calories to highest calories. And just do your best. So if you guys need to mix them around, someone put two, yeah. Okay, so lightest to greatest, or yeah, or lowest to greatest. Okay, so let's see what you guys have. You guys can talk now. So we have a shot of whiskey, the wine, a light beer, 16 ounces of Coke, 4 Oreos, a regular beer, a pizza, pina colada, and an In-N-Out cheeseburger. Not too bad. Pretty good. So the right order, shot of whiskey first, lowest calories. Then we have the light beer and the red wine, so you got those first. And then we have the regular beer. And then 4 Oreo cookies. And then the Coke. Wow, you guys are pretty good. Then you got the pizza, and then the cheeseburger, and then the cocktail.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah, that was really close. So do you guys kind of see, like, even the cheeseburger and the cocktail, it's crazy that the cocktail has more than the cheeseburger, calorie-wise. So the cocktail has 600 calories, where the cheeseburger has about 300.
What is a calorie?
Do you guys know what calories are? No? Okay, so when you see like on a food label and it says calories at the top, it's basically the amount of energy that we get from that. So calorie is like a name for it. Like, you guys heard of kilojoules in maybe science class? No? Okay, well it's like a kilojoule. Calorie is basically energy in that food that you're gonna get.
And how many do you need in a day?
Everybody's different. Typically, I guess like an average for like a normal adult would be like 2,000, but everybody's different.
And so
You guys probably like somewhere between like 1,500 to 2,500 because you guys are pretty active. You guys are still growing, so you need those calories to grow.
So how many would be in this and how many would be in those?
So a shot of whiskey has 100 calories. So you guys can sit down if you want. We can kind of talk about it. So this is like a shot, and we're going to be talking over serving sizes and stuff like that coming up. This is a shot. So like if you fill this up with like a shot of whiskey, a shot of vodka, it's going to be about 100 calories. And then a light beer, which was next, that's about 110 calories. It's going to differ between brands, but that's about what it is on average. Just red wine is about 120 calories for about 5 ounces. So if you have a wine glass, just like a standard wine glass, about 5 ounces would be a little bit more than halfway. So if you fill up the whole thing, it's going to be more than a serving of wine. Then the regular beer is about 150 calories. So this is about 150 calories, which they don't tell you calories on here. And then 4 Oreo cookies is about 160. Then the Coke is about 200. Then the slice of pizza is about 250. And the In-N-Out cheeseburger is about 300. And then the mixed drink pina colada can be up to 700 calories, if not more. Has a lot of alcohol, a lot of other mixers and sugary beverages that really make the calories go up in that.
So what happens if we have too many calories in a day?
Good question. We are going to go over that a little bit in terms of like beverages and drinking. But if you have too many calories in a day, it's all about balance. So whatever food you intake, food and beverages all have calories. You have to even it out with exercise. And if you don't, that's how weight gain happens. So say you eat 2,000 calories in a day, but you don't really exercise and you're on the couch all day and it's a Sunday and you don't want to do anything. You are burning calories just by breathing and having your heart beat and walking up to get milk from the refrigerator, but it's minimal and it's probably not going to be equal to that 2,000 calories that you ate. So in that sense, if you do that over time, slowly that's how weight gain happens. So it's when your calories you burn in a day do not equal the calories you eat. So it's all about intake versus output, and they have to be equal. And when, say, the calories you burn are greater than the calorie you take in, that's how you lose weight. Make sense? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Okay, so we have nutrients and we have non-nutrients. Do you guys know what types of nutrients are out there? like what nutrients are, or what different types there are, like what you eat on a daily basis? Any ideas? Yeah.
Talking about like carbs and
Mhm.
protein and like the food pyramid.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, we have carbs. There they are, carbs, protein, fat, and then also we have vitamins, minerals, and water. So these are called nutrients because they're essential for us to live. Without them, we'll either we'll have deficiencies in certain vitamins or nutrients. So they're essential for our existence. And then we have non-nutrients, which these do not really have any benefit to our life typically. Without them, we wouldn't develop any deficiencies. Do you guys all know what a deficiency is? Yes, no? It's okay if you say no, kind of. So deficiency is basically if you don't get, say you need, how can I explain this? In order to run, you need to have so much sugar in your system. But without that sugar, you're not going to be able to run. And without that sugar, you might develop side effects that will prevent you to run in the future. I guess that's not really a good example. But basically, if you're developing a deficiency, it means you're developing a symptom due to the lack of that in your body.
Dehydration.
Yeah. So you get like dry mouth or dry lips, or you have dark colored urine. Those are all signs of the dehydration. So yeah, and that's kind of saying that you're developing a deficiency in water in your body. That's your body telling you that. Okay, so part of these non-nutrients, we have alcohol. This is where alcohol lies. And alcohol is a non-nutrient because alcohol doesn't have any vitamins or minerals or protein. Alcohol simply provides you with carbohydrate in the form of sugar. And so it gives you calories. That's all alcohol gives you is calories. And so alcohol is known as what we call empty calories because, as I've said, they don't really provide us with nutrients. They just provide us with calories. Okay, so alcohol and its digestion in the body. So when you drink alcohol, your body sees the alcohol as a poison. So when you eat, or when you drink alcohol and you eat food at the same time, your body is going to see that alcohol first and it's going to want to digest it and detoxify it. Because it's a poison, so it's a toxin, and it has to detoxify it to make it not a poison in your body, so it can be used as energy. So when you drink alcohol and eat it, or and eat food with it, it has to detoxify that alcohol over anything else. So that's something really important to consider when you're having a bunch of food and alcohol. Your body's getting all this energy and calories all at once. And it's probably going to store it a lot as fat. So when you drink alcohol, if you don't use it immediately as energy, it's going to be stored as fat. And that's why people who drink a lot, they do tend to be more overweight. So when you eat food and alcohol at the same time, the food being in your stomach along with the alcohol, the digestion of the alcohol is much slower because of the food being in there as well. But when you drink alcohol on an empty stomach, it affects you a lot quicker because there's nothing in your stomach and your body's digesting it really fast because it doesn't have to digest anything else. So that's why when you drink on an empty stomach, you are going to feel the effects of the alcohol a lot faster versus when you eat it with food. And another thing to consider is when your liver, which is an organ in our body that has a lot of important functions. One of its functions is to get rid of toxins and things like that in your body. So they see alcohol as a toxin. So your liver has to detoxify that alcohol. And it can only detoxify that alcohol at about 1 drink per hour. So that's why, say, when they do the breathing test to determine if you're drunk or not, they can do that because when you drink alcohol, a lot of that alcohol is broken down into your lungs and you breathe it out. And so they can see what your blood alcohol content is, your BAC number, in that little meter thing. So it can tell the officer or the police how much you've been drinking, because your liver can only digest so much at once. Okay, so I want you guys to watch this short YouTube video. Hopefully this works. Of course. Aww. Why wouldn't YouTube work?
I think you can just go on YouTube or block.
No, YouTube is a block.
YouTube is a block? It's just when you put it on like a slideshow, it doesn't show it.
There. Copy it and push it to the front.
So you're always to the top and you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have your presentation and another slide for your YouTube.
Yeah, I noticed them.
Is there already?
Alright. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. Alright, if this doesn't work, we might just skip it, but I hope it does.
Search it for video.
I don't see it.
What are you all learning so far? What stood out to you in the presentation?
Learning a lot more about how calories can affect like your weight gain and everything if you don't go out and probably.
When you drink, alcohol is absorbed straight into the blood.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You can finish if you want.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm good.
Stream through the stomach and the walls of the small intestine. If you have food in your stomach, the alcohol may take a little longer to be absorbed. But once it's in your system, there are only a few ways the body can get rid of it. A little goes out through the kidneys and the urine.
Can you guys hear
A
it?
little may be sweated out. And some is breathed out through the lungs. Which is the reason the breathalyzer works. But most of it, over 90%, must be got rid of through your liver, which breaks it down and burns it up. If you've got a healthy liver, it will only get rid of the alcohol contained in about 1 normal-sized drink per hour. That means 1 glass of beer, 1 small glass of wine, or 1 nip of spirits per hour. It can't work any faster. Nothing will speed it up. So when you drink faster than about 1 glass per hour, alcohol accumulates in your system, pushing your blood alcohol level higher and higher. This blood alcohol level is expressed as a figure, a percentage, 0.05%, 0.08%, 0.10%, and so on. This figure indicates the percentage of alcohol in your blood. cold showers are no help. They may wake you up and create the illusion of sobriety, but they have no effect on your blood alcohol level. The only way to get sober is to give your liver the time to break down the alcohol in your system.
Okay, so that's kind of a little bit how alcohol is digested, or the effects of you kind of drinking too much. How do you go back to full screen?
Moving down a little bit. Down, bottom left.
There you go. Okay. Okay, so kind of what we already talked about a little bit. We're going to talk about now the serving sizes of the different alcoholic beverages. Because as we said, the liver can only detoxify 1 drink per hour. So what is this 1 drink? So 1 drink, just how, say on the back of like a vitamin water, it might say that the